Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, sure. My name is Sam Cross, and I'm a forest school leader, level 3, and I run my own forest school business here in West Sussex. About 3 or 4 years ago, I bumped into John Brooksbank, and we talked about the Great Out-tours. And I was working in local schools, but as was often the case, the schools have had their budgets seriously reduced, and so rather than taking me as an external forest school leader, they trained up their own staff, and I found that my income stream was seriously affected. So I decided to take up John's offer and join the Great Outdoors family.
So, how's the setting up of the franchise gone?
Well, we've taken advantage of the after school club element of the franchise, and I started with what I would call my home school. So that's the school that I was working at as a forest school leader. So the relationships were already there between myself and staff, pupils, and the parents. And because everything is provided by John, you have your risk assessments, you have your lesson plans, your insurance, marketing material, everything is there. It was actually a very easy process to communicate with the parents and the children, and to get those bookings, and to secure the club places. So actually, yes, it's been very easy to establish. We started with just that one club back in 2016, I think it was. And then very quickly, within the first year, we extended to a second club at a different school, shortly followed by a third. And then this year has been a big year for us, because I had been leading all the clubs, but one of my assistants has then gone on now to be a leader herself, and she's running her own club, meaning that we are now running 4 clubs between us a week. So yes, it's been an organic process, but one that has felt very natural, and certainly has given me the ability to complement my earning from my own business.
Do you feel there's been any conflict between running the Great Outdoors franchise and your own forest school business?
No, it was something that we discussed at the beginning of the relationship, but actually no, we've found that the two businesses complement each other really nicely. So first of all, there's a common theme. Forest School and the Great Outdoors is all about connecting children to nature, creating a relationship between children and their environment. That most definitely is a common theme. The Great Outdoors, I think I've sort of been quoted as saying before, is definitely not forest school. It's an activity based and driven of 45 minutes to an hour. But it is about nature, the changing seasons. It's about agriculture. It's about wildlife. So in that respect, the two disciplines are very, very different. And I've found that there's not any conflict there at all. And in fact, actually, I've found that both businesses complement each other in more lucrative ways, which is nice. So, for example, many parents, when they pick their children up from an after-school club, will be saying to me, do you offer anything in the holidays? Well, no, the Great Outdoors doesn't, but my company does. And that works in reverse. So actually, I've found that I now have parents that are sending their children to the after school club, but they're also coming to me with my other business in the holidays. So actually, it's been a very beneficial relationship between the two businesses. Yes, so no conflict at all.
What is the most distinctive aspect of running the Great Outdoors franchise so far?
I think I would have to say it was something that was quite unexpected, really. Running your own business, and particularly in forest school, can be quite an isolated experience, working, going into schools as a freelancer, obviously working out in the woods, very often on your own. And one of the most enjoyable and rewarding aspects of working with the franchise and the Great Outdoors was that sense of being part of a team. John is always available for a bit of a chat, for a motivational pep talk, encouragement, and of course 7 to 10 years worth of ideas, because everything that you lead, every session that you lead with the Great Outdoors and with the lesson plans, has been thoroughly road tested. He will have had every experience delivering those lesson plans, so if anything's going to go wrong, he's going to know about it in advance and he can help you out. So I think for me, the most distinctive thing about the last 3 to 4 years is feeling like part of a team again. Completely in control of my own franchise. John is more of a guide rather than interfering, if for want of a better word. But yes, the feeling of being part of a team, I think, has been the most distinctive aspect.
What have you found the most challenging aspects of running the Great Outdoors franchise?
I think, if I were truthful, probably the hardest thing is getting the assistants to come and help you with the clubs. And I just need to explain a bit about that. Every club will have a leader and at least one assistant. Obviously, for safeguarding reasons, you need 2 people to be working with a group. The clubs are very often so successful with maybe 30 children wanting to come and join the club that you need more assistance, and you do need to find people who have the aptitude and the ability to work with children. So I would say being able to get enough people to come on board with you and help you lead those sessions properly is the greatest challenge. But it's not impossible. You're working in an environment where there are lots of parents and grandparents, and generally the way that I've found that it works is if you offer an incentive, or you talk to parents who are putting their own child forward for the club, they're very happy to volunteer and come along and help you out. So there are ways around it, but it's about finding the right people, just as it would be in a forest school environment.
What lies ahead for your franchise business?
Right, well, as I said earlier, we have just moved from 3 to 4 after school clubs a week, and we would very much like to see that increase to 5, and there are plans afoot for that to happen. But there is a whole lot more to the Great Outdoors franchise than just the after school club offering. So we are looking at working with adults with learning disabilities in a care home environment, and that is again something that John has a lot of experience of over in East Sussex, and we've already made contact with some local homes around establishing sessions with them, so we're very excited about that. We have also looked at the birthday party part of the franchise. That's an extremely popular option, and one-off events and other such things. So there's a lot for us to do. But I think it's also important to say that being part of the franchise doesn't put me under any obligation to run a certain number of clubs or to be doing birthday parties or care homes. I can grow this business in line with the demands and needs of my own business, but also really importantly my family. I've got 2 children and a husband. I can grow and develop my business in line with the time that I have and the needs and wants of all of us in the family.
Say to anyone considering a Great Outdoors franchise business opportunity?
Well, I'd give it a go. I know that at the moment John is offering I think it's 3-month trial, so really you don't have anything to lose. As I say, for me, working in forest school, I really appreciate the fact that these activities have all been thoroughly road tested. You get a lesson plan with all your materials, with links to where you can buy anything that you might need. Although, as you can see, I'm a great hoarder, so most of my materials are recycled and repurposed. There's very little outlay. You have an excellent booking system, good forms of communication between yourself and John. There's nothing to lose, and if you have relationships with schools, which if you're already working in schools, I seriously think you'll find it very, very easy to have a nice steady income to complement whatever you have from any other businesses that you may run. So give it a go.